So we're going to talk about some simple strategies that can help us stabilize our physiology. Now, it's kind of a fancy word, but it really just means there's lots of different ways to describe it. So I want you to kind of in your mind to think of the description that works best for you. It's your state of being, it's your biochemistry, it's your mood, it's your attitude, it's your, you fill in the blank for you. Like, what's the type of word you would use to describe this? And when I'm talking about physiology, this is what I want you to think of. Like, oh, that's going to help my mood. That's going to stabilize my emotions. That's going to regulate my nervous system. They're all kind of interchangeable here. But we're going to be prioritizing, talking about how to prioritize the routines and habits that help us to do this every single day, so that every single day we are coming from our best mood, our best state, our best self to interact with our children. And also, because we're establishing these habits for our children, they are also coming from their best self. They're also operating from their best state, right? And so when we have, and we talked about this before, when you have two people that are in a good state, it's so much easier to have an interaction with them.
Even a difficult one.
Even a difficult interaction. It's easier when we're in a better mood. It's easier when we're not hangry. It's easier when we've got enough sleep.
Well, and specifically when our nervous system isn't overloaded.
Yes.
But you've all experienced this. You've all felt it. When you or your child has a nervous system that's completely overwhelmed, it's like we talked about last time, all the nerve endings are exposed.
Yeah.
And then every time you just of the slightest bump and it just goes.
Yeah. So all of these things are going to help us regulate our emotions, because if we have a dysregulated body, then we have dysregulated emotions. But if we can regulate our body, we can also regulate our emotions. And then instead of getting chaotic misbehavior, we get good behavior, because it comes from the foundation of a regulated body, which leads to regulated emotions, which leads to good behavior, right? It's stacked on top of each other. So if we work backwards, here's the bad behavior, which if you just try to fix that, that's straightening the deck chairs on the Titanic. We work backwards and we like, oh, let's start with regulating the body, and then we move to the next levels, okay? It's step by step.
Another way to say that, and I would invite you to write this down so you can chew on it, is almost every mental, emotional, attitude, behavioral issue is somehow tied back to physiology, meaning it's tied back to the body.
To the body.
So whenever you see like, wow, what an attitude, or man, the eye roll, the snarky comments, they're melting down over the smallest things, they're fighting. I want you to write this down. It's like, wait, let's go right back to the body. Let's go back to the physiology. What's missing with me or with this child that's making us so impatient, so edgy? Like it's really such a simple yet powerful framework. It's like, go back to the body. What's off in the body? I had a mom one time that I'd been coaching for a while, and she just texted me during the week in between our coaching sessions. She's like, I'm gonna lose it. Like, I'm gonna just beat all my kids. Like, I'm losing it. And we jumped on a call real quick, and I'm like, what? And I was like, hey, wait, stop. I can tell you need a nap. Go lie down. Message me in 60 minutes. She messaged me like 90 minutes later. She's like, I'm a new person. I'm a completely new person. I'm like, yeah, you need a nap. It was good. Like, she didn't realize it. She was pushing her limits. She's like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And she just needed somebody to see her and say, hey, whoa, I can tell you're really tired. Go lay down. It's all good. And it was total transformation.
Yeah, so it's so important to remember that very often the solution to our challenges are to go back to the bottom of the pyramid and work on fixing the body, the physiology first. We want our kids to recognize these things, because then they learn the same process to like, okay, I need some food. I need some sleep. I need a nap. I need to go outside. And that begins to resolve the problems. Okay, so stabilizing the physiology is going to help us and our kids have more emotional bandwidth. We're going to have more energy. We're going to have stronger impulse control, meaning we can control ourselves, have more willpower. We're going to have stronger motivation and follow through. And we're going to have better focus and better decision-making skills. Impulse control is huge with like sibling issues.
Well, or addictive behaviors, or
Screen time, all that kind of
for
stuff.
you or the kids. Like you want your kid, if you want you to make better decisions, you want your kids to make better decisions, and just resist, have more self-discipline and self-mastery. Go back to the physiology.
Yes. Go back to the basics, back to the bottom of the pyramid. Okay, so what you wanted to
I want to
share
give
this?
I want to give it right at the beginning.
This is like the most basic list
Like it is
ever.
the basic punch list. And if you do this, like you're winning the day. So here's a punch list. Okay. And everybody can do this. Sleep well. Again, we're going to dive into all of this and give you tools and strategies, but sleep well. Prioritize protein. Too many families, parents and kiddos especially, if your kids have a choice, they're going to eat plain rice and apples.
Or they're going to eat
bananas,
cereal
or
every morning for
cereal,
breakfast.
or bread. They're going for white bread. And if they live on simple carbs, like their behavior is going to be great, right?
Because their physiology is doing this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
So eat proteins.
Because protein goes like this.
It's so stabilizing for the body. And
We're gonna dig into this. We're just giving a sneak peek.
Go outside. We can all do that more. Raining, snowing, cold, hot, whatever. It's good for us to have the temperature changes. Just prioritize getting outside. I'll throw in a little tidbit here. Go outside as early in the morning as you can. Well, as early as the sun comes out. So let's say the sun rises at 7:30. Ideally, you're out there to watch the sunrise. If not, get out there as soon as you can afterwards. Even if you just pause for a minute, say, hey, everybody stop. Sun's up. Let's all take a minute. And you just go out there and you just stand there while the sun shines on your face. It is so good for us. The physiology, it's amazing. And then move your body. I always tell my clients, because I work with busy people, and it's good to be busy, and you're busy. But I always tell my clients, I'm like, if you don't have time for a 5K, at least do 5 minutes. And if you can't even do 5 minutes, do 5 burpees or something, or 5 squats, or 5 jumping jacks. You can do something that makes a difference. And you might think, oh, what difference is that going to make? It does. It just works. Even if you run in place like this vigorously for 30 seconds, that activates your body
And it changes
your brain.
physiology.
Yeah.
Exactly.